Hello everybody. This is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today I wanted to make a wildflower looking arrangement. So I'm starting out with a wooden box. Now the box has a liner in it. Now it's very important that when you use a container, number one, it has to be waterproof. It needs to be able to hold water because your flowers aren't going to last. So of course this box itself is not waterproof, but it does have a plastic liner. Now you can always line a container with foil, like a waxed foil that we have here at the flower shop. You just need to find something to line it with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a plastic liner like this. I'm going to use some fresh floral foam. This is a piece of foam that has been soaked in water. So important that you soak your foam before you add flowers. Don't put flowers in dry foam. It's just going to clog the stems and it will cause them to die. So I'm going to take my floral knife and I am going to trim up this piece of foam. I'm just going to cut a small piece off the foam. I'm going to tuck that right down into my container, and I am going to use the leftover piece to wedge this foam into place. So I'm just going to wedge that right into place so it's not going to go anywhere. Then I am going to fill my reservoir with water so that it'll last longer. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the pretty things that we're going to work with today. We're going to work with some pink or fuchsia colored wax flower, which is one of my favorite filler flowers. Now the only thing about wax is you can't get it year round. Solidago you can get all the time. From December to July, I can get it all the time. I can get it every day of the year. Wax flower, not so much. It has a season, and right now it's really pretty. So I have wax flower, I have solidago, and then I have feverfew or chamomile. Chamomile is another one you don't get year round, but it's perhaps the prettiest filler ever. It's just so pretty. So I'm just going to make a wildflower looking arrangement. I'm going to start out with my wax flower, and I'm going to take it and I'm just going to break it into small pieces and tuck it right down into my floral foam. And I am just going to go all the way through this arrangement with all three of these filler flowers. Now you can absolutely pick things out of your yard, add pretty foliage from your yard. Even go and cut Queen Anne's lace if you have Queen Anne's lace growing nearby. I think that would make a really fun arrangement to look wildflower. But I'm just taking my wax and I'm just breaking it into smaller pieces and going all the way through this arrangement with the wax flower. Now, a fun fact about wax flower, if you crush the foliage, it smells a lot like soap. It has a soap smell. I don't know if you have ever worked with Murphy's oil soap. Murphy's oil soap has the smell of wax flower. So if you ever use it, it smells, that's exactly what wax flower smells like. Murphy's oil soap, which is kind of neat, isn't it? Kind of a neat little tidbit. So again, I'm just going all the way through. All right, so there's some wax flower. I'm going to come in with some solidago, and then we'll come back with our wax flower as we need to. We're going to come in with some pretty yellow solidago. I'm going to strip that foliage off that stem. Pull my trash can over. I'm going to take my floral knife. I'm going to cut that stem at an angle, and we're just going to tuck some solidago here and there throughout this arrangement. So this may be the easiest arrangement you have ever made. Now solidago is in the aster family, and solidago, there's different varieties of solidago, but it is often a yellow aster looking filler. There is a Monte Cassino aster, which looks a whole lot like chamomile, but it's pretty rigid. It's not as flowy as chamomile is, but it comes in whites and purples, which is really pretty. But aster is a long-lasting filler flower that I enjoy working with, especially the solidago. Okay, there's our yellow solidago all the way through. Move him over just a smidge. Next, we're going to come in with our chamomile or feverfew, and it almost reminds you, I don't know, it just has kind of a whimsy look. It is almost like a little daisy with a little yellow center, and it smells. What does it smell like? I don't know. It smells pretty though. And you can see, really, I'm just going all the way through. Taking my filler and each individual type of filler and going all the way through the arrangement. And I am taking each stem and cutting it into smaller pieces. I'm dropping it on the floor. So to finish off this arrangement, I'm going to add a little bit more wax flower, but you can see it's just very wildflower looking, and it wouldn't be a terribly expensive arrangement, just several stems of each type of filler, and it really makes such a fun arrangement and quite an impact, I think. All right, and there you have it. There's our little wildflower inspired arrangement. The filler flower that I used include chamomile or feverfew, some fuchsia colored wax, and a little bit of solidago. And I think it turned out so lovely. If you have any questions about how we do things here at Flowers by the Bunch, you can always ask. Please ask. We're so happy to answer questions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up. Do me a favor, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, hit that little subscribe button right down below, and if you'll hit that little bell, it'll give you notifications for when we have a new video. Thanks guys, have a great day.